How do you keep working on art when you're not feeling it? Dekawana.
I gotta say, I'm feeling this question.
Are you feeling this question?
Yeah, which is a good thing, because I don't know that I could do the video if I wasn't feeling it. You see what I did there?
Bite-sized Raffy and Clean. The same awesome flavor in a smaller package. And always filler-free. May contain peanut gallery.
Hola, you amazing artist. And today we are doing a bite size about feelings.
Nothing more than feeling. Our question comes from Camilla, who watches our YouTube videos. And Camilla's question is, how do you keep working on... I didn't say hi to Camilla.
I know.
I just get so excited. I go straight into the question. Hi, Camilla.
Hi, Camilla.
How do you keep working on art when you're just not feeling it? I started a piece when my life made a turn for the better that was full of hope and joy, but I'm just not feeling the hope or joy anymore, and I can't look at it or think of approaching it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in like an amazing place when you got it started, and then you're just kind of looking at it like, bleh.
Well, here's my thing. Is if I'm not in a good place, I can't hardly create anything at all that's worthwhile to me.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Then later on, I'm like, I don't...
It's kind of sad.
It's sad. I don't want to put that out into the world. And what I want to put out into the world is stuff that requires me to be in a good place. It doesn't mean that I have to be like 100% running full octave the entire time. Like, I'm so joyful, everyone. Yeah! Right now, with everything that's been going on in the world and a lot of the news that's very, very toxic, like I know that I've sometimes dipped out of somewhere, and instead of force myself to work on a piece, then at that point, I realize that I'm not going to be very productive if I stay in that place. So I do whatever it takes to get myself in a better place than that. It doesn't mean I do whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to just be happy right now. Like,
no, that's just putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, well, and that's too much, and it's also too much of a step. Like real happiness. Like you want to put a fake happiness Band-Aid on it? Fine, but that's not going to work. And in order to get to a place where like you're feeling joy and appreciation and all that stuff, sometimes it's too big of a leap to get from here to there.
Yeah.
So I just do it in increments. Like, okay, right now I could do something to make me feel slightly better than where I am right now. I could think something, do something, anything. What can I do? Try to like just inch my way.
For example, sometimes I'm feeling real sad. And the next best emotion I can find is to get angry.
Yes.
So maybe I go throw some punches at our punching bag and wear myself out. And then I feel a little better than I felt when I was sad. And then maybe I come talk to you about it and just baby steps.
When you are stuck in a place of hopelessness, you're stuck in a place of despair, you're stuck in a place of discouragement, what is a much more powerful emotion to get you out of that place is getting angry.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also using that anger in a very purposeful way, like you do with the punching bag, where you're like, you know, you're hitting the bag and you're like, I don't have to feel this way.
I decide.
I get to choose. I get to decide. It sucks because a lot of people are like told, don't get angry. Being angry is bad. And so like you just muffle this very, very like... You know, anger is such a like potent energy, like you feel it everywhere in your body. And instead of trying to shove that down, use it in an empowering way in order to pull yourself, especially if you're in a place of despair or hopelessness, because man, those emotions are, I feel like I'm being strangled and isolated at the same time.
They wreak havoc. I personally think one of the worst things you could ever do to yourself is to stuff your emotions down and not release them in some way. So,
like the way men are taught, just don't feel it, just stuff it down and let it fester and become something even worse in the future.
Or as they say in the corporate world, check your emotions at the door and get to work.
Yeah.
Gross. Barf. I love releasing emotions. I love to cry if I feel like I need to cry. We know an artist that practices primal screaming to release energy. Punching bag, just wearing yourself out. Whatever you have to do to gradually move on the emotional scale.
Yeah.
Rafi talks out loud to himself.
I do.
And to me, I've actually gotten into the practice of talking aloud to myself also, because it's sometimes more beneficial than trying to just have the conversation.
Yeah, counter what society wants you to do. Like, if you're just talking to yourself, then you're weird or crazy. Don't get angry. Stop. Don't get angry. Don't be sad. Like
Right.
all these things. And
Oh,
it's
gee,
like,
thanks. I feel so much
yeah,
better
like
now that you said that.
You gotta feel the emotion. But when you're looking at that stuff and it's just having a really negative effect on you, you have to just cut it off, disconnect from it, and then from there, do whatever it takes to put yourself in an empowered and happy place, whatever it takes. And don't try to jump there. Just take baby steps to get there and just pull yourself back to that place.
Yeah, and don't berate yourself if you can't easily get there quickly.
No, because then all you're doing is stacking,
More negative.
It's like, well, now you suck. On top of it, you're depressed and you suck.
Thanks a lot, me.
Camilla, like you're talking, this is definitely an art question, but it does, for me personally, it goes into that place of being in that feeling place. So like, yeah, I started this art when I was in a good place and now I'm not feeling it, but that has more to do with the emotions that are running within me. So what do I need to do in order to get myself back to that feeling place? Not necessarily I need to get myself back in a feeling place because I want to finish this piece, but because how do you want to live your life every single moment? Do you want to live your life in a place of despair, or do you want to live your life in a place of empowerment? So it's a matter of just really, really paying attention to the emotions that you're feeling and deciding that, like, I don't want to be in this place.
Right.
Not just because of the painting, not just because of whatever. Like, this is not where I want to live. That's fine if I visit there every once in a while, because sometimes situations and circumstances, I'm not going to be able to help it, but that's not where I'm going to live. I am going to leave and go somewhere else. And it might take me a while to get there, but I'm going to get there.
So as far as the piece is concerned, set it aside.
Set it aside.
Or look at the piece and try to recall how you were feeling when you were creating, like, what was I feeling?
Well, from what she's saying, like, at this point, like, she can't even look at it. So right now, the piece, and that's the thing, like, I would much rather set it aside, because if not, then the piece becomes a reminder
That you're not feeling
and
it.
so now you're stacking different emotions on the piece. You're stacking negative emotions on the piece.
That's true.
So it's better to just put it away and check yourself before you rock yourself.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, art is all about the individual and the person and what you're putting out there and what you're expressing and what you're allowing yourself to express.
Yeah, this is all intertwined. I mean, most definitely.
Yeah.
You can't really separate the emotion from the art.
You can't. That'd be like separating the art from the artist.
Right.
You can't. The artist is a big ball of all kinds of emotions, a diverse field of thinking and feeling and all the things that we are that make us up who we are. And the art is simply an extension of that. So yeah, you take care of you, and then you can look at the art, where you're looking at the art and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to knock this sucker out.
I'm going to be a
Art.
rage sparkle.
Yeah, a rage sparkle. I love that. Oh, that's a t-shirt. That's going to become a t-shirt.
I really like
Rage
that.
sparkle. I love that.
Thank you for this question, Camilla. It's an awesome question that leads into a lot of other awesome questions that one might ask oneself. And we want to hear from you guys. How do you deal with this? Because you're never just in one emotional place for all of eternity, the end. Like, we all go up and down on the emotional scale. Stuff happens, and we have to deal with it in our own ways. So how do you guys handle it when you're not feeling a piece anymore, or when you're feeling like stuff sucks?
Yeah. And how do you like pull yourself back? And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day.
Adios.